Hey guys, what's going on? Shintaro Higashi here. I just want to talk a little bit today about my ketogenic diet experience. A little bit of background first. My partner just had a baby, and I took a little while for me to get back on track. I sort of veered a little bit, kind of let myself go. It was a good 6-month period where I wasn't eating right, sleeping right, and because those two fronts were affected, I wasn't working out as intense. So it was a very difficult time, as you can imagine, and I gained a little bit of weight, good 20 pounds. So usually I'm walking around 200 pounds, but I probably ballooned up to like 220, and I wasn't feeling good because it wasn't good muscular weight. It was a lot of fat. I didn't feel good about myself. I was sort of stagnant, and you know how it is. So I got to a point where I was walking around 220 and I was kind of unhappy, and I said to myself, man, I need to get back on my diet. So I decided to try the ketogenic diet. I've sort of been on it before, but this time I was like, all right, this time it's gonna be it. I'm not gonna get off of it until I'm below my goal weight of 200 pounds no matter what. And that was probably about 10 weeks ago. Today I want to take the time to talk a little bit about my experience. I don't really want to get into what to eat, what not to eat. There's a lot of resources on the internet for that purpose. I just genuinely want to talk about my personal experience doing keto. So the first few days were very difficult. I immediately cut out all sugar, starches, rice, bread, all my favorite things in the world. I love pizza, so it was absolutely excruciating. First 3 to 5 days, I felt like I was in a daze. They talk about the keto flu. It's absolutely true. It's absolutely real. But what made my keto flu situation worse was that not only did I feel bad because I wasn't eating carbs, I didn't feel good about myself because I wasn't in good shape. So it was sort of like a compounded punch to the face, and it was brutal. Made me feel like just running back and getting some bread and pizza, but I stayed tough and I got through it. So about 5 days into it, I started feeling really good. And then 2 days go by and I felt something was off, something didn't feel right. So I did a little bit of research, and I'm very sensitive to electrolytes, so I figured that could be it. And I got myself little bit of these guys here. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I just went on Amazon, picked it up. A little electrolyte supplementation, and it worked wonders for me. I know I'm gonna get a ton of messages about how many milligrams, how many drops, all this stuff. But I'm a big believer in every person has a number that works for them. That varies from person to person. So I'm no doctor, but my advice would be to experiment yourself and see how that goes. For me, I started taking this recommended dosage of 12 drops. If you could look right here, 12 drops, and immediately I started feeling puffy. I was retaining tons of water, so I had to sort of lower the level of just straight sodium. I increased magnesium, potassium, and then I sort of hit the right sort of sweet spot, and then no more headaches. I felt good for the first time since starting the diet, and that was probably about a weekend where I started sort of hitting the stride. About 3 days after that, maybe around the 10-day mark, I just started giving up all these cravings. These cravings just started letting go. I was craving pizza, I was craving chocolate. All of a sudden, I was sticking to my diet, not veering once. And I didn't miss the stuff that I still miss pizza a little bit, but I didn't miss all the junk that I was eating before I started this diet. So anyway, I was hitting the stride and I was feeling pretty good, and the temptations sort of have a way of making itself back into your life. I was really good, I was disciplined, but my friends would call me, hey, let's go out, or hey, it's my birthday, and I really needed to cut that stuff out because I took a look at myself and I had to be very honest, identifying certain habits that take me off track. Well, when I'm trying to be very disciplined, one of those things is drinking. Going out drinking, 6 or 7 beers, and then having pizza, and then the weekend is messed up, and I'm eating ice cream on Sundays while I'm watching Netflix. I'm just not productive. So this time around, I said, you know what? I made a commitment to myself, 200. Until I get there, I am not touching a drink. That's just my personality. I'm all or nothing. And, it's been 10 weeks. And yeah, I've lost a good amount of weight. I'm very, very close to my target weight of 200. And I feel good about myself. So, yeah, it seems to be working. Just wanted to give you guys an update on my ketogenic diet experience. If I think of anything more that I left out, I guess I'll punch it in the comments or the descriptions or something. But yeah, just a run through experience of trying out keto for the first time in years maybe. If you have any questions, let me know. If I have any time, I'll definitely try my best to get back to you. Thanks.